Opera SM here with a Trial of the Planeswalkers legacy version of the Blink Ray Kalemne Charming Prince Yorion combo. Um, Similar to the standard version, I'm playing around with Madrin's idea of Mace of the Valiant as well, and then I've got Cast Out in the deck, and then I just have all cycling 2-drop creatures. So this is turn 1. We have a Charming Prince in hand along with 2 other cyclers, so that's fine. We're going to gain mana and then activate the first ability so we can rock and roll. Let's see, so I've got a white match into a green match, potentially another green and a black match, and a loyalty match on top. That's going to be pretty hard to top, I think. Have a white match on the left, but that's not so great. So we'll just go ahead and take this one for now. Oh great, there's a Mace, which is perfect because this will give us the 3 pieces that we need. Also, just something interesting, if you're going to combo off with the Mace, the reason why Mace can be great here is whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, it gains 2 shields. And then your first creature gets +X, where X is the number of shields. So when we're blinking all these creatures, exiling them and bringing them back to the battlefield, they'll get buffed up a lot. So this will kind of cut our win time in half without having to get up to the ultimate ability. If you're doing this with Charming Prince and Yorion, what you can do is also just cast one of the 3rd cycling creatures. The order I like to do them in is the normal creature, then Yorion, so it will bounce the the cycling creature first for an additional charge, and then Charming Prince to cycle through those. If you just cast those 3 cards after you cast Mace, that can be very helpful. And then since we're going to be activating the top ability, we're going to get our Yorion. All the cycling creatures in the deck also, you want them to cost under 14 mana. So you're guaranteed to fetch Yorion. Alright, so let's take a look here. Got a red match. We could do it in the 5th row or the 6th column. I think both of them give us an option for green, which is interesting. Which one of those is going to be better? Not sure. Just take that for now. All right. Let's see. We've got a green match and a black match if we want, which could drop into a blue match. Also have a green into a blue, and that would drop another green and then a black. So we're going to take that one. Oh no, not the black. I misinterpreted that. All right. Cool. Well, I was thinking we were going to charge it. What I should have realized that I didn't have enough. My slots were going to be filled up for that, so that's fine. Doesn't matter. Great, now I can just get rid of Prince since it's an on-cycling card. Now I will go and grab my Yorion. Then we'll get him charged and then rock and roll. So we need 15 mana. Let's see, we have blues. Can get black into 4 black into 3 black, but black doesn't give us a lot of mana bonuses, so the blues might just be better. Let's think about this, whatever. I don't care. I'm just doing this just to do some testing here. Bryce is practicing just playing fast when it doesn't really matter. Sadly, this is fast for me. Alright. Okay, he's got an Urza, so we need to start doing some stuff. Stop dirtling around a little bit. Okay, so we need 12 mana. You can get green and loyalty, which is fine. We can also just take the white match, which is probably better, because then that will get us a That will get us loyalty as well, and then maybe some green matches. So we're just going to go ahead and do that for now. Great, we should have enough mana here to go off. Again, this is just what I was talking about, the normal combo version. I think that I want, if I'm not mistaken, to get the maximum number of charges on Mace of the Valiant is Mace, then a third creature, then Yorion to blink the third creature, then Charming Prince to blink both these creatures. With this ability, basically instead of only getting Yorion charged up 4 times, or your first creature +4 from the mace, you're actually going to get +8 each time, so it's half the number of clicks, which is nice. And it's also, yeah. All right, we already have one, but we'll just go ahead and do that there. Pop that off, and we'll see our going off here. So there goes Mace on the board. There's our first creature, which is getting buffed and buffing up the Mace. Yorion, which blinks that creature. Now our Charming Prince will come in, ask, we're going to return Yorion. So Yorion was at 17 power. So we're going through now. Yorion will blink both these creatures. And then we'll have our Charming Prince bounce Yorion. Since he was at 17, this should be 25 now, if I'm not mistaken. 23. Can I do math? We'll see. Let's see. So he's at 23. I think usually it gives me 8 additional loyalty. So if we were at 23, then it should go up to 31. Yeah, 31. So that's 8 each time. So that's nice. It requires less clicks. Haven't done a little time thing to see actually how fast it is, since we are adding extra animations with the buff all the times when the creatures are swapping in and out, but it does require a lot less movement, which is nice. It's not like when Matthew was doing a Twitch stream on Goblin Pile. If you guys haven't looked, Matthew, Steve, some other folks have been streaming Puzzle Quest on Twitch, which is pretty cool. But when he was playing it, he brought up a good point that it's not like a lot of these other cycling decks where you have to actually drag and move. That's just a little more murder on your wrist and fingers sometimes if you're prone to carpal tunnel. So I like it now that we only have to even click even half those amount of times. And it's pretty fast. I don't think I've had to go over 2, usually over 2 confirmations for the loop control system, which is nice. But yeah, the combo. Again, I don't remember if I've talked about it in previous videos, but just to make sure that people understand what's going on here, why Kalemne, why she is so great. Thank you to folks who let me know that she's female. I did not think about that or look at the art before, so I appreciate it. So she is great here because her first loyalty ability has 2 awesome parts which work super well with this specific combo. So with the first loyalty ability, your first creature gets +X and haste, where X is your number of experience counters. And also, when you cast a creature with power 14 or greater, which Yorion costs 14, you get 2 experience. So as we're going off looping, it will mean our first creature, which will be Yorion at the bottom, because we have to, as you see here, the Charming Prince, we'd click Not Now when we're ready to go, and then Yorion's the creature that's attacking. But then as we're looping and casting Charming Prince, casting Yorion, that's getting us 2 loyalty each time. So basically when we're looping, we can go as long as we want to get an infinitely large attacking Yorion, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, again, Madron brought up the mace. It flashed in my mind when I was first building, but I was really focusing on trying to just get the combo off as soon as possible. But we've realized that, well, it's if you just need to go off as fast as possible, you don't have to include that. You need 1. Usually we're including 1 additional support because you have 7 total creature slots, which is great. So you've got 5 creatures to cycle to find your most important pieces of the combo. But then in standard, we're just running 1 one of the cycling lands with cycling 3, so it can theoretically fetch out the Mace with full mana if you have Unpredictable Cyclone in play. But yeah, the Mace just makes it so it goes a little bit faster than if you don't have it. But other ways to make the thing go faster, in addition to Mace, is if you can get mana if you're not under pressure to get up to the ultimate. Um, that support that it spawns will give you 10 experience counters, and then when your first creature, or excuse me, when creatures with power 14 or greater attack Yorion in this deck, you deal X damage to your opponent and their first creature, where X is your experience. So that's great. So it basically cuts off 20 damage because experience, but plus 10 from the first support. Oh, okay. So we've already gone over the amount needed to kill our opponent. So now we swing and we get it, but plus 10 from the loyalty, not loyalty, the experience on the first loyalty ability support, and then an additional plus 10 when we attack to the hitting opponent in the face. But yeah, so just so you see, since I didn't show it at the beginning of the deck tech, Yorion, Mace, Charming Prince. Yorion and Charming Prince are the combo, but if you can get Mace in, it helps a lot. The legacy version I've done is just Unpredictable Cyclone, 5 cycling 2 creatures, and then Cast Out, because that's fantastic, and if we do need to stall the opponent a little bit, we can do that, and it also has cycling 2. Alright, hopefully that's helpful. While one could cast, Huff Deploy stuff in Legacy with White-Red, this is another really fun option, especially if people have newer cards. This might be a great training ground deck for, or Trial of the Planeswalker deck for them if you don't have a lot of the old super powerful shinies. As long as you have stuff that that will allow you to do this, this could be a good option for folks who want to play Trial of the Plains with newer collections only from the more recent sets. All right, take care, everyone.